record. Now I'm pressing record. Okay. So I was playing Call of Cthulhu, and we went down in the basement. Big tentacles came out of a rift in time and space, and everybody else is like trying to fight them with guns and bats and all sorts of things. And I, as a true Call of Cthulhu character, huddled in the corner and screamed real loud, because when confronted with eldritch horror, that is what you do. And hilariously, they were getting torn up. They were going insane every time they'd catch a glimpse into the rift, and I kept my eyes averted and was just kind of, they're like, what do you do? And I'm like, I paw at the ground and scream again. And in pawing at the ground, I found a ring that had been lost in the basement, and I put the ring on, and that closed the rift. And I'm like, see, huddling in the corner and screaming is what saves the day.
Part of the plan.
not shooting at things, not like throwing things at evil tentacle monsters. You just gotta give in to your fear and scream real loud. But we are not playing Call of Cthulhu. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. And I have a couple of assignments to go through. This is going to take all class. So let's get to it. First, I'm going to explain the first assignment, and then we're going to get into groups to play. And then we are and then I'll talk about the second assignment. Okay, so first assignment is we're gonna make, so I'm gonna assume that most people have not played Dungeons and Dragons before. And that's, if you have, great, you're ahead of the curve. If you haven't, no problem. We're going to start from scratch. It's going to be first level. Everybody's welcome. Everybody can do whatever they want. So I'm going to share this. Okay. So the first, I've made this available to all of you. This is the next assignment, which is called D&D Basics and Character Sheet. So I've included a basic rules PDF, which you can download and get a sense of the basic rules of Dungeons and Dragons. The other thing I recommend is, I believe it's 5esrd.com. Yeah. This is the 5th edition SRD. It's all online. These are all the rules to D&D. You don't have to buy 3 books or 5 books or 85 books. Those of us who do that sort of thing enjoy it. But you can play Dungeons and Dragons right here with this. Now, this is daunting because look at, look at all this stuff about, there's Dragonborn, and oh man, that's a lot of reading. Oh, booger shoes. You don't have to read all this stuff. Okay. You might, let's go to home. You might want to look at basics. You might want to look at, I don't know, is there, that's character creation stuff. You might want to look at like combat if you want, but you can sit down at the table, not have read any of this, and play just fine. Your DM is there to guide you through this. Your DM is also a human being and does not remember every rule that has ever been written about Dungeons and Dragons. So there are times where they will say, just roll to see if you can do it, and you'll roll, and then 10 minutes later, and it'll either succeed or fail. And 10 minutes later, somebody will say, hey, I found the rules. We did it totally wrong. Okay, that's great. Next time that comes up, we'll do it according to the rules, but time has passed, and that's the, that is in the past. That's how we did it. That's what happened. Okay. Um, so why am I at the co-written story? Oh, I should be here. So if you want to read about classes, read about the basics, that's great. It would be awesome. The other thing, your DM will send you a PDF, or you can download it here. I've linked to it. These are the characters um, that are available for the adventure that you're going to play. You should email with wow, something's going on Discord. You should email with your group. And what I usually do is send out the PDF and say, hey, everybody pick a character. First come, first serve. And then the first one says, I want to play Greg. Okay, you got Greg, and now nobody else can play Greg, and everybody chimes in and picks a character until everybody's got a character. That's it. Pick a character. Pick something you think will be fun. If you want to play a fighter and whack things, play a fighter. If you want to play a wizard, play a wizard. Unless somebody else picked it first. No warlocks. Yes, warlocks are OP, man. Also, I don't know. I outlawed druids for first time players years ago. Druids have 8 billion finicky rules, and every first time player wants to play a druid. And I'm like, just stop. Don't. No. Go. You never played it before. Play a rogue, play a fighter. I don't care. Everybody has an opinion, right? Everybody loves whatever character. So once you've picked a character, or even before you picked a character, you're going to go over to roll20.net. And let me exit the game. Roll20. You have to create an account here. You'll notice I am Dean O. Create an account, and then and they're going to ask. It's free. They're going to ask for an email address, and that's fine. Uh, I mean, use whatever email address you want. I don't get any spam from Roll20. I get much more marketing stuff from Fantasy Grounds than Roll20. So I don't think you really have to worry too much about Roll20 spamming whatever email. But, hey, people have different ideas about what's acceptable with giving information to various websites. So, if you want to use your throwaway Hotmail account, feel free, but just share whatever email it is that you're using for Roll20 with your DM. And then the DM can invite you to the game. And so I have a couple of games here that I have been DMing. Once you get invited to the game, you accept the invitation. You will have one of these things too, right? And at that point, you can click on this you can click on the game link, and it'll show you, oh, whatever it is. I think I'm the I'm the GM here. So I'm going to launch this game. I'm just going to take a little bit of time to launch. And then here we are in this basic, like we're all in a tavern somewhere, I believe is what's going on here. Because every good D&D adventure starts with everybody in a tavern and a dark stranger sipping an ale in the corner. So the next thing you should do is see, this one is highlighted, this little this is the chat window over here. So you go over to the journal, and your DM is going to share a character with you or give you a character. In this case, like DMs, if you just click this add button, add character, and then name the character, whatever the character name is, Bob the gnome, I don't know, and select a token. I'm going to select that token and then say use selected token, and then that token is associated with this character. And then you have to give the character to the player. In this case, Nameless Evil Overlord is my friend Ian. I think everybody else left this game. It's fine. So I'm going to make this his character, and can be edited and controlled by. I'm going to let him edit and control the character. So DMs, you should do that for all the characters in your game. And then save changes. And then players, when you see Bob the Gnome over here, you should click on Bob the Gnome and you'll get this. And this is your bio and info. You can click on edit. Here, let me cancel that. And once again, click on edit. And down here in bio and info, you can say Bob was a poor farm hand, but one day heard the call to adventure, and he left his cows and took up the sword. Right, and that's his bio. You can write as much as you want. There may be a whole bio in the PDF version of the character sheet. Feel free to copy and paste it into here, and then save changes, and you'll notice that now your bio is here for you to read and refer back to. But what you really want to do is click over here on the character sheet. And this is a pretty bog standard D&D character sheet, but you'll notice it's all blank. So if we go back here, let's look at the character PDF. We can see that here, Abel Dermaphery has a strength of 8. So wait, let's kill that and kill that. So Abel Dermaphery has a strength of 8. So I'm going to make the strength 8. And then I got to flip back and forth, which is a pain in the butt. He's got a dex of 12. 12. Oh, it's 120. That's wrong. 12. And then he's got a constitution of 16. Ooh, he's tough. 16. And basically copy over all the stats from the PDF into Roll20. It saves work for your DM, gets you familiar with your character and what they're good at. Like right then, I'm like, wow, he's weak. He's okay in terms of dexterity. He can move. He can jump. He's a beast when it comes to his constitution. He's tough as nails. Bob the gnome here, and fill it all in, basically. And once you filled it all in, take a screenshot of your character sheet and over here, take a screenshot of your character sheet. Let me close this and it upload it as this assignment, right? So that I know that you played Greg Arias, right? And DMs, you should also do this. Hopefully you've already input your character into Roll20. You just pop back into that game that you played. Take the screenshot, upload it. You've already done this. But everyone else, as soon as you pick a character, get it into Roll20, take a picture, and then you're ready to play. DMs. The hardest part now is to schedule a time to play. Everybody must have played D&D by Monday, because on Monday we're going to talk about the adventure. We're going to talk about what happened. We're going to compare one party to another. Theoretically, this is a game where anything can happen, right? So with 5 different groups, there should be a fairly wide range of things that happen. Statistically, at least one group a year is horribly killed. Everyone dies, game over. And, if that happens, I hope you went out gloriously. But please, please, please don't be a jerk. Remember, that's rule number 1. Don't be a jerk. If the rest of the party is like, hey, let's go talk to the merchant and maybe we can buy some stuff before we set out. And you're like, I'm a ranger. And as they're talking to him, you decide to put an arrow in the poor merchant's eye. That's kind of being a jerk. Right? Because now you're a murderer. You've got the local police down on everybody, and nobody can buy anything from that merchant anymore. And that merchant had a family, right?
So
Not very gnomely, exactly.
when you say don't be a jerk, is there a distinction between not being a jerk in universe and not being a jerk like to your fellow students?
Yeah. So yeah, you could be kind of like you could be jerky in universe and still go along with work as a team. I mean, basically, I'm saying work as a team to overcome the obstacles that the DM sets for you. Maybe you want to cause a little chaos along the way. That's okay. It's kind of gnomely to be a little chaotic if you are chaotic. But uh, uh, eh, if you're griefing, you're being a jerk, right? So you all know what griefing in games is. I can't. I'm not going to give every example of griefing ever, but you know it when you see it, right? This person is just being a jerk. Could you calm down? So, uh, Okay, so we got some time. I would like y'all to hit up Canvas right now and go to people and go. I have made a new bunch of groups called D&D groups, and there are 5 D&D groups, and each one, 4 of the 5 have a DM already assigned, and the 5th has no DM. That DM is McKenna. She is not a student in the class, so she doesn't have a little name in the people section. So, but McKenna, you can see the people section of Canvas, correct? Okay. So, what I'd like you to do now, DMs, you've already got your groups. So, use the chat, head on over to Discord if you like. Use the chat there to talk amongst yourselves. When are DMs available to play? When are players available to play? Uh, you each have. There are 26 people in this class. So I've got 4 groups of 5 and 1 group of 6. McKenna's taken the 6 because she is an experienced DM and can deal with 5 players. Smack down that rabble if things get too wacky. Nah. I'm joking.
I've had 5 players before.
Yeah, I figure. Oh, personal problems here. So, take some time, put yourself in a group, or talk in the chat or on Discord. I'm going to start making voice channels for each D&D group. So if you so desire, you can use Discord as your way to communicate with each other. If you don't find another way, that's fine too. Up to you. Don't care. I'm just trying to facilitate talking amongst yourselves. So, get a group. Go. I'm going to mute myself.
Yeah, nice. Looks like we already got some groups forming automatically in the thing.
That was quick. Let's check. And not nearly as much discussion as I thought there would be. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 3 people who aren't in groups. I've got 3 spots in 3 different groups. I'm assuming that the 3 people who are not in groups, no, at least one of, well, I don't know. Please get yourself in a group or ask. Because otherwise I'm going to put you in a group. Okay. Now we're down to 2. So I am going to
Oh, they might not be in class right now.
yeah, I think so. So I'm gonna put one in one group and the other in McKenna's group. Please now. Exchange emails or other contact information with your DM. Make sure your DM has a way to contact you. That is good for you. So that they can send you the PDF and let them know what probably the best email to use is the email you'll be signing in on for Roll20 with. You got to
We're
tell
not
them
able
that.
to message anybody in Zoom. I think you have that turned off. We're only able to message you.
Oh, let's see.
You can also just use Discord.
Oh yeah, but some people don't have their names as their names in Discord, so I was figuring it would just be easier to send it to the.
There we go.
like that.
Everyone can now talk publicly and privately. There you go. You can DM each other now privately. So please send emails. Thank you for the catch. I have no idea. Every time I Zoom, I learn a little something more about Zoom. So send some emails to each other, and you have to have it played by Monday. If you want to play in one long session, that's great. If you want to play 2 hours, 2 different nights, how long did it take to play, McKenna?
About 3.5 hours, but one of those hours I'm fairly certain was getting everything set up and figured out because I was not entirely prepared when we started.
Okay.
So
The 3 p.m. with Andrew, who I set it all up, so he should have had it all together. He said it was like 3.5, 4 hours too. So I always tend to go long because I like to screw around and make stuff up and do all sorts of weird stuff. So like I have 4 hour, like strict 4 hour. This is going to be done in this adventure can be run in no more than 4 hours. 4 hours is the absolute max, and I've gone 5.5. But I like to make stuff up and have little side plots and do all sorts of weird stuff. So okay. So there is a second assignment. Oh, by the way, the character thing is due Monday. Just but just I mean it's a screenshot. Just get it in there. You obviously have to set up the character before you play. So get it set up, and when you get it set up, submit. So now the second one is actually a very short assignment. It is play Dungeons and Dragons for 6 points. So somebody's at the door. My dog is going nuts. Hopefully my wife is here. Is my wife here? Oh, okay. So So DMs, yeah, bark, bark. If you're good, one of these days, my dog will come to class. Woohoo! My new laptop is here. My new laptop is here. I got an Alienware with a RTX 3070. I'm pretty sure that much GPU on your lap will burn the hairs off your legs. But we'll see. Very excited. Okay, so DMs, when you play, after you're done playing, send me an email with the names of everybody in your group who played. Notice I say everybody in your group who played. Just in case it happens, there are no shows, there are problems. Somebody, the doorbell rang and you're 2 hours into your play session and they're like, I gotta go, man. So let me know if there's anybody who didn't show up or cut out in the middle or came late or whatever. It's not for narking purposes. It's just so that I know how much everybody played. I guess it is for narking purposes. Whatever. And let me know if anybody was a jerk. Hey, McKenna, was anybody a jerk?
Nope.
Okay. I'll take your word. I kind of put you on the spot. Yes, Anthony was a total jerk.
Absolutely. Definitely.
Was when I didn't get, I got out once to myself.
He just couldn't roll.
Anthony was a meanie pants.
I wasn't the one that didn't use my core.
Oh, okay, Anthony.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Oh, that was purely just an us thing. That wasn't spoiler.
Okay, so send me an email when you have played. Players, I am not going to give you credit until I get an email from your DM that you have played. So it is in your best interest to pester your DM and say, hey man, send that email. Okay. And that way you get 6 points for playing. 4 points for the character, 6 points for playing, total of 10 points. Woohoo! Done. On Monday, we will go through what all happened and see how much of the same things happened and how much different stuff happened. Also, I forgot to tell 3 p.m. this, but this is a play test for the person who wrote it is working on a master's project and publishing new source books in a world of his making with subclasses of their making. So he's got a survey for y'all to fill out after you play. So it would be greatly appreciated if after you play, I mean, it doesn't have to be right after, but within a day or so of playing, you pop on and take the survey. I will I'll get a link from him and send it out to everybody. Please, when you're done playing, take the survey and help him out, because the idea of having 10 groups of 5 all play your dungeon module within a week is like manna from heaven for playtesting a module, right? So you are doing him a great service, and that is your playtesting credit. Yay, everybody gets a playtesting credit. Okay. Anything else? Any questions? Any problems?
Wait, so are the subclasses homebrew as well?
I believe so. I mean, he should make available the subclasses. I told him to publish his PDF with the subclass stuff. McKenna, did you have more information about the subclasses? I think only the sorcerer has a subclass. It's first level. It's not a
Yeah.
big deal.
I
You're
think
not
the
going to
only one
get
I
to.
noticed was artificer. I think
Yeah. Okay.
was the only odd
There's
one that I
also,
noticed.
There's an entire class as far as
Oh,
I'm
there
aware
was
that is a
Kanal.
little weird. But
Yeah, I was looking at the artificer with like the unique skill, and I was
Yeah.
but it seems to be that all of the explanations and everything, you know, all of the features and stuff are directly on the character sheet, so you don't really even have to look at the PHB for anything. It's very self-explanatory.
Okay. So it's
Uh,
all there. It may be a little off the beaten path from basic rule set, but it's all there.
Mhm.
And play what you get, right? Or play what you choose. So this will be great for Andrew. And we'll go from there. Any other questions, thoughts, problems? Not a nothing. So each group has a voice channel at this point. So if you so desire, you can use the Discord to communicate, because I have found that the voice and video functions of Roll20 are not great. So whereas Discord is rock solid. I play every Monday night in Discord, and it's just not a problem. There are also bots for rolling dice in in Discord if you want to roll dice in Discord, but you've got the whole Roll20 thing all set up. So get the Roll20 thing set up. It's a little, I mean, normally I'd say go find a room and a table, and start slinging dice. But we've got a little bit of overhead with playing online. Amazingly, I think it's easier to get together online because everybody's home and you just turn on your thing and you're playing. It turns out that I didn't even realize one of the guys I'm playing the Expanse with now is in North Carolina. Oh, okay. I guess we can never not play online when this is all over. So I did the don't be a jerk. Also, feel free to be creative. And be ready when it's your turn. This is one of my personal rants. There's a fair amount of downtime in D&D, right? Where it might be 15, 20 minutes before you get to go in a battle, because we're working through everybody else. And nothing bugs me more than it's been 20 minutes since we've heard from you, and okay, Bob, it's your turn. Go. What do you want to do? Oh, it's my turn. Well, I could cast this, but I could move over here, and I'm like, you've had 20 minutes to sit here and stare at the thing. Why why are you making your decisions now? Just do it. You should have been thinking about it. But that's me pet peeving as a player. Pay attention when it's not your turn. Be ready when it is your turn. Everything will go much, much faster. And then you won't get bored because everybody is going, oh, I don't know what I should do. I could cast light. I could cast light. Would that be good? No, there's nothing. But on the other hand, don't be afraid to be creative, right? If you say, I want to jump up on the table and swing off the chandelier and do a backflip and land on the bad guy's shoulders and then pummel him about the face, the DM will come up with what dice you have to roll in order to make that happen, and then say you failed horribly, because or oh my god, you rolled all 20s and it's amazing and you're on his shoulders, and now you've got a problem because you're on his shoulders. What are you going to do now? So I have tried as a DM to never ever say you can't do that. And this is just general DMing advice. I would like, I need to show everyone in the Discord this lovely screenshot of what rolling is like. I don't know. Something is happening somewhere else. Okay. So if somebody wants to try something, let them try it. Come up with a way for them to at least try. Failure, yeah, there it is, a nat 20 and a nat 1. There we go. Acrobatics.
She got it 3 times. 3 times. 3 separate times. She got the nat 20 first, and the second one, which would be if it was advantage or disadvantage, was a nat 1. 3 separate times.
That's great. I kind of like when we fail miserably, when things go south.
I don't like when I do that though.
But the other thing I always try and do is have a plan B as a you should use your core more. Yeah. Okay, so we are ready to play D&D. Is everybody's happy with their group, or at least has a group? And sometime within the next 5 or so days, you are going to play, and I mean, should be fun. Have fun, right? Pretty sure you can't get me fired playing D&D. Oh, also, the other thing I need to say, D&D should be fun and not uncomfortable for anyone. If you ever feel uncomfortable while playing, please say something. Just say, I feel uncomfortable. This is a bad way to go. Can we stop? I understand that takes a lot of guts to do. It's much easier to go along and get along. DMs, shut that crap down if you go anything happens beyond PG-13. Obviously D&D has a fair amount of violence because it is a stick pointy swords into bad guys kind of game. But please don't ever make and there's nothing in this adventure that is even close to making anyone feel uncomfortable. So that would be coming from you or your players. So please, please, please don't let that happen. This is here for everyone to have fun. No one should ever feel uncomfortable. So please make sure that it is a safe space to enjoy a game. Okay, so we are done for today. McKenna, can I ask you to stick around a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna say real quick,
yeah.
DMs, I'm gonna kick you from my game. It's nothing personal. I just need to use the game for my other game.
Make
So
sure that they can take a screenshot of their
can you
characters
Yeah,
first.
give
I
us
need
the
Yes,
that
no,
password
I'm-
screenshot.
to-
you guys keep just let me know when I could kick you guys or
Yeah.
just leave alternatively. Which again, nothing personal. I just gotta use it
Yeah.
again.
Okay. So thank you all for coming. I will see you again on Thursday. And roll some dice. And McKenna, stick around. Bye. I'm gonna stop recording.